Good morning, children. Today we will discuss about Neolithic age from the chapter From Hunting and Gathering to Growing Food. This we already had discussed in our online class, and today we will discuss the important points from this topic. The first subject, the beginnings of farming and herding. First we can check how the people became farmers. People observed places where edible plants grew, how seeds broke off stalks, fell on ground and sprouted into new plants. They began looking after plants. That means people protected plants from birds and animals. In this way, people became farmers. And the second point, taming and domestication of animals began. The first animal to be tamed was the wild ancestor of the dog. People encouraged animals that were relatively gentle to come near the camps where they lived. These animals such as sheep, goats, cattle and pig, which were lived in herds or groups. So, gentle animals were protected, and people also protected these animals from attacks by other wild animals, and this is how the early people became herders. Okay, our next topic is domestication. Domestication is the name given to the process in which people grow plants and look after animals. Very often, plants and animals that are tended by people become different from wild plants and animals. This is because people select plants and animals for domestication. For example, they select those plants and animals that are not prone to disease. And also people select good quality seeds for growing plants and grains. Amongst animals, those that are relatively gentle are selected for breeding. As a result, gradually the domesticated animals and plants are different from wild plants and animals. For example, the teeth and horns of the wild animals are much larger than the domesticated animals. And domestication is a gradual process that took place in many parts of the world, and it began about 12,000 years ago. Domestication began about 12,000 years ago, and the early domesticated plants were wheat and barley, and animals were goat and sheep. Okay, our next topic is a new way of life. If you plant a seed, you will notice that it takes some time to grow. This is maybe for several days, months, or in some cases, years. When people began growing plants, they had to stay in the same place for a long time for looking after plants, watering, weeding, driving away the birds and animals till the grains ripened. Once they started to grow plants, they had to store these grains as food and seed. So they think of ways of storing it, and they started making large clay pots, wove baskets and dug pits into the ground. Okay, the last topic is storing animals. Animals multiply naturally. People look after these animals carefully, and they provide milk and also meat whenever required. These are an important source of food. Or in other words, we can say animals that are reared can be used as store of food. What is the word? Store of food, because animals provide milk and meat. Okay, that's only about this topic. We will see next time. Thank you, children.